You really want to know how to stop feeling stuck in life as a man? Good. Because I'm going to give you the truth that your comfort addicted, validation chasing, numb ass ego doesn't want to hear. Feeling stuck is not the problem. It's a symptom. Feeling stuck is your soul waving a goddamn white flag while your mind's still out here dry humping the same stories it's been jerking off to since your childhood trauma first downloaded that shit into your nervous system like some damn virus. You're not stuck, but you are trapped in a mental prison that you built with outdated survival strategies. You want to know what the really twisted part is too? You think that you want out, but part of you doesn't. Because being stuck, that feels safer than changing. And that's the brutal truth. And if you don't get real with it, man, you're going to be 60 with man titties screaming at your kids for being disrespectful. When what you're really doing is punishing them for the version of you that you never healed. And that's on you. So now I'm going to show you the real way out. And not some Pinterest quote with butterfly emojis and fake empowerment, but the actual process of getting unstuck. By healing, by leading, and dominating the war between who you are and who you were told to be. And this is going to hurt, guys. It's supposed to. But if you're man enough to face it, you're going to walk away free. But if you want a dopamine hit, let me be honest and let me be real. If you want a dopamine hit or a quick fix, go scroll TikTok and let some 22-year-old with perfect fucking hair tell you to journal. I'm not that. Otherwise, stay to the end and you'll know why your life's been on pause. You'll know what's actually keeping you frozen, and you can walk away with the tools to rip those anchors out of your chest. So like this video, please. Leave a comment, share this with the men who are suffering in silence. And then click the link that's in the description down below to book a free call or grab one of the dirt cheap guides that I built to go deeper into this work. You don't want to half-ass this because the cost of staying stuck, that's your legacy. Guys, my name is Jason. I'm known as the obstacle remover, and I help high-performing men just like you who look like they have it all together on the outside. But inside, they feel like a fucking failure. I created this channel because I nearly drank myself to death, trying to avoid the pain of my own life. And eventually, I did put a gun up to my head. I was going through a divorce. I had so much shame, and all of my addictions were controlling me. All of that. And I clawed my way out through that darkness without therapy. I didn't have a therapist nodding at me once a week for $300. What I did, I learned to feel again, to sit in that fire, to be vulnerable without becoming soft. And that's what we do here. We heal, we lead, we dominate. You're not weak for struggling. You're just unequipped. You don't have the right tools for the job. And that ends today. So let's get real. You feel stuck because you've been taught your emotions are weaknesses. You were told to man up, to stop crying, to just get over it. That what you're going through and how you're feeling, that's ruining my life, my parents would say. So now you're angry all the time, secretly ashamed, snapping at your wife, disconnected from your kids, distracting yourself with whatever vices, porn, whiskey, work, workouts, YouTube, anything to avoid sitting in the silence long enough to hear the real you screaming for help. You feel stuck because your nervous system is frozen in survival mode. Your body doesn't feel safe enough to move forward. And every time you try to make a change, something deep inside of you pulls that handbrake. Now that something is the part of you that got wounded when you were younger. And it made this silent promise that I'll never feel this helpless again. So you became strong and so fucking driven, successful. Let's give life the middle finger. But you also became emotionally dead. Strength without healing. Listen, guys, strength without healing is a mask. Drive without vulnerability, it's a prison. Success without self-worth is a slow, quiet death. And that's the cage that most men are living in. And you're calling it being stuck. Come on. You're just in protect mode. You're surviving, barely. But surviving, guys, that's not living. Here's what I learned. The only way out is through or in. You want to get unstuck, you need to feel again. And that terrified little voice in your head just screamed, fuck no. Mm-mm. It did, didn't it? Good. That's the part we're going after, because that's where the pain is. And that pain, there's power, but only if you're willing to face it. Listen, I had to go all the way back to the little boy who felt invisible, who was shamed for crying, who thought he had to earn love by achieving, by fixing, by doing right. I had to reparent that kid. I had to look in the mirror and say, you're safe now, and I've got you. But when the chain started to fall off, man, when I let myself break down, that's when I had my breakthrough. So here is your 3-part plan to get stuck. Step number 1 is name the lie. The belief that's been driving your life from the shadows. Maybe it's, I'm not enough, or I'm unlovable, or if I show emotion, I'll be rejected. Write that down. Say it out loud. Strip it of its power by exposing it. Step 2, locate the wound. Where did that lie start? Who made you feel unsafe, unseen, unheard? Was it your dad leaving? Was it your mom emasculating you? Some sort of figure in your life that you looked up to shaming you? Go there. Let the memories come up. And yes, it's going to suck. No, it won't kill you, I promise. And you're not reliving the pain. You're releasing it. Step 3, regulate your nervous system. This part is key. You can't think your way out of the trauma. You have to feel your way out. And that means breath work. It means cold plunges. It means movement. It means emotional release. And I have a playlist on my channel. It's all about tools and resources that you can use to calm your emotions and regulate your nervous system. Because your body remembers what your mind forgot. And when you calm your body, you can reclaim your mind. When you reclaim the mind, you can reclaim your choices. When you reclaim your choices, now you're in control of your life again. You're no longer stuck. You're free. See, guys, I had this client in his mid-40s, a CEO. He's fucking built like a Viking. But inside, this guy was terrified. He couldn't connect with his kids because it reminded him of too much of the trauma that he had when he was young. His marriage was hanging on by a thread. All of the rage that was attacking his love life, his family. He said, I feel stuck, like I'm slowly dying. 3 months in, he's a completely different man. Not because I gave him some success hacks, but because I made him feel his fucking feelings. And I held space for the parts of him that were never allowed to exist. Now, when those parts finally got witnessed, the war ended. That's the work that we do here. And you can start right now, guys. Click the link that's in the description down below and hop on a free call with me. Or just grab one of the tools if you're not ready to talk. But stop lying to yourself. People ask you, how are you? And you say you're fine. You're not fine. I know you're afraid, and you're not alone in that. I built this movement so we never have to suffer in silence again. Let's end with this punch in your fucking soul, okay? If you don't do this work, if you keep numbing, avoiding, blaming the world for your stuckness, what's going to happen in 5 years? 10 years? Like, you really think your kids won't notice that you're emotionally absent? You think your wife's just going to stick around forever while you pretend everything is handled? You think success will fill the hole where your soul used to be? Wake up, brother. You are the problem. And you know why that's a good thing? Because that means you are also the solution. You don't need another book. You don't need more time. You need to go to war with the part of you that's too scared to live. And I'll be right there with you too, guys. I'm serious. Click the link, book the call, join the movement, or stay stuck. Just know, if you choose to stay frozen, that's also a choice. And one day your son will inherit your pain, or he'll inherit your healing. And that's the legacy. That's the mission. Heal, lead, dominate.